What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, we went over our options account last night. We did a little bit of general market insight, and I want to show you guys what I'm watching for this morning. The futures are up. Come on. Catch up. There we go. Futures are up. It looks like we might get a little bit of a gap up this morning. Sorry, go back to ES1. So I am expecting us to possibly hit this 61.8 today, which would close the gap on the SPY, because these are the mini futures. So there's this right here, which is actually a 2% move. So this should lift everything up, like Apple and all of the other big guys. Let me pull up my notes here. The keys I want to watch for today is to watch these indices and see how they close. If they break above this resistance point, we're going to have to reevaluate. It'll probably come back up here and test some higher highs again. But the way it's looking, we're starting to see it looking bearish with the yield curve inverting the other day for just a little bit after hours. So keep an eye on these guys today. This will kind of set us up for next week. So the overhead gap's at 292.65. Per the current market conditions, I want you guys keeping an eye on, I'm going to move these over so I can see chat. Who's around? We got anybody on the chat? I see a couple people out there. How you guys doing? Smash that like button if you're around. Let's get some more people on here. So I'm keeping, for the SPY, I'm keeping an eye on this 282 range. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can probably see it. So I'm really just watching to see how these guys close, to see what the DXY does today. It pulled back a little bit, but it went on a run overnight. It looks like, let's just put a fib on here and see where we're at, if she's going to let the indices run a little bit. So we could see a little bit of a pullback here to the 38.2, which would be good for indices. It would allow them to a little bit of relief to make that move up so we can get in and position ourselves for the move down. And I'm going to be keeping an eye on silver, because once bonds and TLT, so TLT and IEF and the bond yields, people start coming out of that, because that's up like 7,000% in the last 4 weeks. People will start rotating into silver, gold. We would probably see a little bit more into oil. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on silver. We've been trading this for quite a while, and it's looking pretty solid to possibly get an entry. If we come down here and bounce off the 1.272, I'm going to be eyeballing SLV. So this is the futures chart. Just because it's early morning, I like to kind of watch what's happening on the futures chart. I do watch gold and silver. That's what we're talking about right now. So my entry and my target price for silver would be probably anything in the 1550s, $15 range. So we had this huge broadening wedge that we gapped up over, came down to retest, and now we're heading up. So we could come down, fill this little gap here. I don't think we're going to need to. It's just on a 4-hour. Let's see what the 1 hour is doing. Yeah, because it's pretty well filled by this giant candle here. Yeah, so yeah, it could come down and test this. I'm going to be watching for a 15 break of 16 and try to get in. We could come all the way down and get 1575. If we come down that far, I'm looking for 1550s. And then I want to get time. That's going to be the most important thing, is to get some time on these. Probably out towards September, towards the next rate cut meeting, the Fed rate cut meeting. So anything you can get right around 16, 15.50, if you can get some $15 ones that are out of the money, you probably scored. Going to, of course, be watching to kill Facebook and kill Apple once they come up a little bit. Expecting them. Facebook, we could see some news on. They've been having some issues over the last couple days with the audio transcribing and stuff like that. We do have some bullish divergence here. So expecting, if the market pops up, I'm expecting Facebook and Apple to pop up with it. And I'm going to be trying to grab some more puts. If I can get some 185s, 187s, I would be pretty happy, and get them out towards September. That would be key right there. I've got some already. They're way low, YOLO, cheap plays, but they're way out. They're like October. See where they're at. I'll keep you guys updated with the account a couple times a week. We'll see where we're at, what positions we're sitting in. All right, we got the likes on Facebook. Where's the likes on YouTube? Come on, guys. I got 0 likes. There's 3 on here. Let's get a couple at least. Showing you guys my whole account, showing you what I'm doing. So we're watching. Sorry, my Facebook puts are the ones that are really far out. Not Apple. I'm going to be looking to get some Facebook puts. So I got some 120s. There's a 150s. Those are 9.6. The 120s are really far out. Those are 920s. So yeah, I got a month on these. So if Facebook really starts to die, these will appreciate pretty quickly. It's a long ways to go, but I only paid, $40 for these contracts. So if we start to die, they will appreciate in value, and I will take some off the table and then ride them out. So that's my plan with Facebook and Apple and the SPY. Right now I've got them hedged long for this. Lower interest rates again. Here's how to play it. So just keep an eye on all this. There's a lot of stuff coming. Trump's going to try to jack the stock market up and keep it propped up probably till the 2020 election, and that's when everything's really going to come crashing down. So it's going to be volatile till then. I'm going to be watching the banks to see what they end up doing. I really want to get an entry. Oh man, sorry, this is Boeing. Look at this big ass wedge. We could try to find a long play on Boeing. If we are going to get a rally out of this market, Boeing could be one to kind of lead the Dow Jones. It's one of the biggest. It is the biggest component of the Dow Jones. So if we get a rocket, this could be a good hedge against any of those puts that we have. So I'd be keeping an eye on Boeing. Subaru looks pretty good for a continuation. Came down and closed half of this gap. So I'd keep an eye on Subaru. Could be getting a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders here. That's going to be a good, that could be a good hedge as well. I've got a couple calls here for Subaru. I want to get entries on TLT when it comes down. I want to get some entries on silver and gold and some entries on SPXS. We come down to fill this gap. I'd love to come down and try to grab some $18 calls again, but I don't think we'll get those. If we do, that would be epic. So I'm really excited. I don't sound like it. It's early. I'm getting ready to head into the office. But thank you guys for your time. Let's see what happens. I will do a bunch of work Monday and update you guys again on what my plan is after the market closes today for moving forward. I'm going to try to position myself with some more puts that have time and possibly some bounce hedges, but we will see where we end up. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get a couple likes. Below there is a link to open up your Robinhood account and trade some of these options if you so choose. Remember, this is not investment advice. This is my theories and observations of the market and what I am doing. Do not take advice from people on YouTube for financial advice. Please consult with a professional. After the disclaimer, let's do it. I'm really excited. There's a lot happening. Got to keep an eye on the news and policy. Don't worry about Trump's tweets. Policy is what's going to move the markets. So anything that comes out from the Fed, anything that comes out as official White House policy, that's what we got to be watching for. Any of the tweets about tariffs could send the market off. But for now, this is what we're watching. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.